What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video today, and in this video we are Des Moines International Airport for the 29th airport update for the month of May 2023. Getting close to the halfway point of 2023 already. Man, this year is going by like crazy. But anyways, we're going to hop into the update. We do have a couple of bits of information that I'd like to share as we go through this airport update, so stay tuned for that. Starting off here at Gate Alpha 3A, we have the Southwest 737-700 in the Heart livery. This aircraft came in from Denver on flight 3455, arriving in at 7:42 p.m. ahead of a scheduled 7:45 p.m. arrival. We have a special livery here at the Des Moines International Airport today, this AirCal Heritage 73A by American. All flights in this airport update are from Monday, April 24th. I chose an earlier day in the week because I was running busy towards the end of the week with some last-minute stuff as I prepare for finals and all that, so I chose an earlier day in the week to assemble this schedule for this airport update so I didn't have to worry about that. So this aircraft sitting here at Gate Alpha 5 today, so taking up a gate that's normally occupied by United, so kind of an interesting scenario with that. I think they're working on doing some other jet bridges, so like jet bridge maintenance and all that, replacing them, fixing them, whatever the case may be, so that's why we have American here at this gate instead of elsewhere. This aircraft arrived in from Dallas-Fort Worth International on flight 1371. This arrived in at 11:01 p.m. ahead of a scheduled 11:06 p.m. arrival. We have ourselves a MAX here at Gate Alpha 2 today. So MAXs are going to become a lot more common at Des Moines as I did check the PassRider.com schedule, and I found that the MAXs will now be seen more frequently on the Denver flights. So Southwest will start sending a MAX 8, and then United will do a once daily MAX 9. So that'll be really nice to see as the newer planes start to come into Des Moines a little more often. But this MAX 9 came in from Chicago O'Hare today. This is on flight 1071, so this is not a Denver flight, but I figured I'd throw that information out there just because. This arrived in at 10:14 a.m. ahead of a scheduled 10:32 a.m. arrival. And I'll do everything here at Concourse A. Let's check out Concourse C, where it's a lot more busy, got a lot more stuff to talk about there. At Charlie 2, we have this Delta Airbus A320 coming in from Atlanta on flight 2086. This arrived in at 5:33 p.m. ahead of a scheduled 5:44 p.m. arrival. So good to see some different aircraft on the Delta Atlanta mainline service, as they typically send the 717. I believe last month I did feature the A319, but here this month I do have the A320. So will they send an A321 by next month? We'll have to see. I'll have to keep checking the schedule, and if they do, that'd be kind of cool, because then I can complete that trifecta of the A320 family. Speaking of the 717, I cannot forget about that aircraft on the Atlanta service. This is at Gate Charlie 4. This arrived in as flight 2306 at 11:16 p.m. ahead of a scheduled 11:39 p.m. arrival. So nice to see the two different Atlanta mainline flights in this airport update, so good to see that. And now we'll move on to some of the American stuff that we have, and just some other general stuff on the other side of the concourse, so let's get into that. Now ourselves a bit of an interesting Embraer 145 here. This is not an Envoy flight like it has been in the past, as they have been getting rid of those, replacing them with the Embraer 170 and 175 aircraft. This is actually a Piedmont 145 coming in from Chicago O'Hare as flight 6025. This arrived in at 3:56 p.m. ahead of a scheduled 4:14 p.m. arrival. One thing I do want to mention about American Eagle is that there is a new service coming. I looked on the table for the Wikipedia article for the Des Moines Airport, which I've noticed that it is pretty reliable at times, but here I did find that a new service to New York LaGuardia will begin on June 1st. 6 times weekly, so it'll operate every day except on Saturday, and it will be on the Embraer 175. So that'll be really nice to see there from American Eagle. So good connection straight to the East Coast, to the Big Apple, so that should be a really popular service, hopefully. And not sure if this will necessarily compete with the Legion service to Newark, because I know they announced that previously. I did not get a chance to look at that if that's still going, but from what I've seen on the flight boards, I have not seen it. And I know that Allegiant only operates flights on certain days of the week. It's not like, every day type thing for a majority of their flights, but we'll see how that service goes for American Eagle. So I'm kind of looking forward to that, so we'll see how that does. Speaking of Allegiant, we do have them right here at Gate Charlie 5 today. We do not have them up at C1 or A1 like I normally have them parked at, or even A3 from what I've had a couple of times. So this aircraft came in from San Diego on flight 2057. This arrived in at 1:43 p.m. ahead of a scheduled 2 o'clock arrival. And speaking of New York LaGuardia, so this will be competing directly with the Delta Connection service that we have on this route. Flight 4759, operated by Endeavour Air with this Delta CRJ 900. This arrived in at 7:28 p.m. ahead of a scheduled 8:06 p.m. arrival. So we'll have to see how two different routes do for the New York LaGuardia to Des Moines service. That will be quite interesting. We'll see. I don't know if both will suffer from having two operators on that route, or if one of them will become the superior choice and then the other will be forced to make some changes or just drop the route entirely. So we'll see how this goes. But again, June 1st is when that American Eagle service begins, 6 times weekly, once a day except on Saturdays, and operates on the E175. So it'll be Republic, I believe, or might be some other operator. I think, yeah, Republic's starting to get rid of them now, at least some of the older 170s. I think they're keeping the 175s for now. So we'll see how that service does in the meantime. So when we come back here in June, we'll definitely have some updates on that. So may have to wait to do the next Des Moines Airport update just so I can get that service in there, because usually I assemble the schedules in the prior month, since how I schedule my airport updates is a little bit unique. So unfortunately, June 1st falls on a Thursday, and then June 2nd is that Friday, so that'd be that next Des Moines Airport update there, Friday, June 2nd. So maybe a bit of a tight window for me to assemble everything together, but since I'll be out of college by that point, I think I can make that work. So keep an eye out for that in the future. And our last aircraft in this update, we do have another American 737-800, this one in the regular livery. So this arrived in from Chicago O'Hare on flight 841, and a total of 3 Chicago flights in this update. This arrived in at 10:18 p.m. ahead of a scheduled 10:26 p.m. arrival. And that'll do it here at Des Moines International Airport. So, this airport update will be going out right on my last day of college, so as we head into the summer, there should be a good uptick in content. At least that is my tentative plan as we move into the summer. I will be releasing a channel update at the start of June, so I'll probably be doing it maybe on that first day of June or on that first weekend, right after the next Des Moines Airport update that I'll have out on Friday, June 2nd. So still kind of working out some of the final details here, and hopefully I'll have a tentative schedule on that later in the month of May. So with that being said, that is the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.